Good morning, Kern County, and thanks for tuning in to 23 ABC on this Thursday, January 23rd. Glad you're with us. I'm Mike Hart, and we're coming to you live from the base of the Grapevine this morning to tell you that traffic is moving. Traffic is moving north and southbound along Interstate 5 through the Grapevine after it was shut down for a couple of hours yesterday, due to the Hughes fire. Now, the Hughes fire is still burning. We'll get to more on that in a moment, but traffic is flowing freely this morning if you have to get down to Southern California. Let's talk about these winds, though. Caltrans signs warning of gusty winds up on the Grapevine on Interstate 5. Let's go back in Studio A, bring in Grace Laverrier with a first check of your forecast. Grace?
Good morning, Mike. Be safe out there. We'll check back in with you in just a moment. Yeah, wind is still the big story heading into the day today. National Weather Service actually saying that today, Thursday, is critical for wind. Right now, let's check in near Castaic Lake, of course, where the Hughes fire is burning. Gusts at this hour still close to 40 miles per hour and very low humidity levels, only 8% humidity. So this is unfortunately a perfect storm for fire development. We're still going to see red flag warnings in effect. These are now in effect until Friday morning. All these areas in pink, so majority of Southern California, and of course areas in LA and Ventura counties under these red flag warnings now until Friday at 10 a.m. and wind gusts throughout the day today in areas near the Hughes fire could be up to 50 or even 60 miles per hour, mainly along the mountain communities in LA and Ventura counties, but still something that we're tracking very closely as we're having a lot of wind activity. Hopefully by the evening hours and into tomorrow morning, things will calm down for us before we have more changes coming in our weather this weekend. I'll have more details on that in just a few minutes in our full forecast. But for now, let's check in on the traffic conditions.
23 ABC Traffic is brought to you by Holders.
So, of course, the big traffic story this morning is down on the Grapevine. Traffic is moving in those areas, but locally in Kern County, along the I-5 southbound near Taft Highway, there was reports of an incident. Looks like no injuries, but you could still see some areas, first responders responding to that vehicle collision. So just be safe and slow down again if you're traveling southbound near Taft Highway along the 5. And then as we zoom down to areas in LA County near the Hughes fire, let's go back out to Mike Hart, who's down by the Grapevine. We still are seeing traffic moving, but you could see some slowing down. Just be safe on those roadways. Keep your heads up and those phones down.
Yeah, Grace, thank you. We are live right at the base of the Grapevine as traffic is heading up and coming down right at the split. That's where we're coming to you live this morning. And traffic is flowing. As I mentioned at the top of the show, it was shut down, the Grapevine, due to that Hughes fire incident. But crews were in the area. That's the biggest thing they're taking away from this right now. They were able to reroute crews to this fire quickly. And even though it exploded and grew very rapidly, they were able to get crews on it and start working that fire immediately. Now, last night, they had 4 nighttime water-dropping helicopters working this fire till about 2 a.m. That, in addition to others crews that were rerouted, that were on standby for the Palisades and the Eaton fire, they were all redirected up to the Hughes fire to start working on that. Containment sitting at about 10,000 plus acres, but that's not that bad. 14% containment as of this morning, but as Grace just mentioned, they're going to be watching those winds. Tens of thousands of people in the Valencia and Castaic area were under evacuation orders or evacuation warnings. Now, we can tell you that the orders were lifted for anyone who were living west of the I-5, and that's good news there. That means the fire's being kept away from Interstate 5 as of right now. But that could change, so pay attention to warning signs. Caltrans signs are all activated, telling you about gusty winds and other things to be on the lookout for. If you're headed south at this hour, the interstate is open and it is flowing freely. Now, we're going to move positions. We're going to head from here up to the top of the summit and give you a live report from up there, let you know the very latest on what's happening. For right now, as I said, it is flowing this morning. Reporting live from the base of the Grapevine, I'm Mike Hart. Back to you in studio.